you work on your vehicle, everything's going pretty well, or maybe you've had some hiccups along the way, until the very last thing that you do is putting the wheel back on, you're torquing down the lug nuts, and it breaks a stud. Yeah, we're gonna cover that in this video. It's not as difficult as you might think. It's actually pretty simple. Yep, from all those years of previous owners that have taken their vehicles in to get them worked on and the wheels taken off, shops tend to use an impact wrench to, well, taking it off is no big deal, but putting it on, they often over tighten or over torque the lug nuts onto the stud. So this has been completely sheared off, and I did not put as much pressure as those shops would, so I'm going to show you how to replace that. So first thing you got to do, obviously, is take the wheel off. Next thing we have to do is pull the caliper and the caliper bracket off so we can get the rotor off to get access behind the wheel hub, which is where these studs are pushed through. After you take your caliper off, you just want to set it up on top where there's going to be no pressure on this brake line. Now we take the rotor off, and here is the wheel stud that's broken, so we're just going to have to knock it through. You'll notice that there is a groove right here in the knuckle, and you'll want to line up that stud with a groove so you have room to get it out. So you want to make sure that your vehicle is in neutral. This is a front wheel drive vehicle, to line that up so you have room to get it out. You got this lined up, we just have to knock that stud through. So you're going to want to get a hammer and something that'll fit that, because I don't have much of a stud left here to punch through. Well, that'll work. There's enough there. There we go. So just have to take that to the parts store and get another one. But while I'm there, I'll probably get several. Well, I ran to the parts store and got a couple of them because I don't know, I've got to do the other side, and just in case I don't want to have to run to the parts store again. So got these, just have to feed it from the back side in, and you'll notice it's got these little knurls that's got to fit in, so it's got to be pressed in here. So what you need to do there is get a lug nut, and we're going to try to seat that as far as we can, and then we'll put the rotor on to get to tighten some more. And I'm going to cheat because I've got one of these. You can tell it's not as far out as these here. What we may have to do is use a breaker bar to get it to fully seat. And make sure that you took your gear out of neutral. We want to make sure, we'll have to put the car into neutral and spin this wheel hub to make sure that there's no interference. All right, no interference, we're good to go. Not a very difficult job, you can do it yourself. The only thing that you have to really watch out for is when you do take your vehicle into the tire shop or where they have to remove the wheel, a lot of the times they use that impact gun, and getting it off is not the problem. When they're zipping the lug nuts back on and using the torque setting on those incredibly strong impact wrenches, that normally exceeds the torque specification for those lug nuts. So just be aware of that. But anyway, hope that helped you. Until next time, see ya.